Hey yo, Chiksua here. Today we're going to fight the Knight in Guild Wars. As you can see, the Knight has quite a big lead already, and actually I'm doing a voiceover. So basically, I think a lot of people have seen already when this video is uploaded that unfortunately the Knight won. Like, of course, unfortunately for us, but congratulations to the Knight, especially because Daz, he's actually quitting, so it was his last war, so he's the leader of the Knight, which is pretty nice for him. So we have a fresh new glue team I wanted to try, and it's pretty cool. So we reach a CC of 330k CC. It's not as high as the Archangel or as the Escanor glue, but they did a really well job. So every of their teams were at least 334k, so basically we were not able to out CC at all, and that definitely was very hard to actually able to use this team. But I think this team definitely has a lot of potential because you have the damage mitigation of Diane, you have the rank up to increase and the passive to increase the damage. Also you have the Goddessless ult in order to heal up, and you have the King protection. So in the first turn, as you can see, we are in the VC, we are not even 100% sure what we should do, but we have decided to actually rank up the list so that we have a 2-star shield and a stun next round, so that we can basically barely take any damage for now. So the thing is, maybe it would have been even smarter to just move and shield in order to basically guarantee that we can get the ult of Liz immediately. But as you can see, it doesn't really go that well. But hey, we do have a 2-star shield with the stance of Diane up, so there's no way they are going to break through, which means the damage is barely any damage, at least in the first turn. Very lucky as well is that we actually are able, or that we were able to get a freaking shield. So we have another shield. Echidna super close on getting ult. Luckily we do have the pumpkin bomb, so now we're just going to merge the king so that we are going to get more king what it's called ult gauges, which is not bad at all. And next round we are hopefully going to go for the Liz ult. I think we were getting actually pretty good RNG in this team. So here, as you can see, a little bit unfortunate that we don't have another Liz card at all, but basically at the moment here it breaks, which means unfortunately we cannot heal up, and our units are taking quite a decent amount of damage. And luckily they only single target though, and the damage doesn't seem that huge. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to prevent them from getting ult again. So we're going to attack with King, so we get a small protection. And I think we went actually for the King ult by attacking twice with King, even though that was probably thinking about it a bad decision, because the thing is, yes, okay, King can hit really hard with the ult, but the thing is we also want to finish while having the Liz ult, or basically having everyone on full health, because the thing is, the next team is going to be pretty troublesome. It is, I would say, the new Archangel meta, or the fake Archangel meta, depending on how you like to call it. We have had a lot of troubles to beat that team. The only answer to that team was, or at least the only safe answer to that team, was a demon team, and the Knight was using that as a very last, while Unknown is currently one of the strongest defenses as well, which is just super unfortunate that they used it before the fake Archangel. So here I think we okay, very lucky we actually have a shield, so we're just going to move, we're going to shield, and we're going to stun, I think. Okay, never mind, we are not going for the stun. I think the stun would have been actually pretty good. Like, hey, for example, what if Philo has a card? That would have been a little bit annoying, because I think Philo didn't have the buff on, but we went for this. So I think we're, oh yeah, I remember why. So we decided for this that, like, even if we do get debuffed, we can still use the King ult, and the King ult is going to cleanse. So basically here, as you can see, luckily the shield wasn't broken, because I think if the shield would have been broken, and we would have had the the weak point on, we would have died. But luckily it wasn't the case, so we are good to go. We can actually damage like this. I think, no, the reason why we ult immediately is we would have lost the ult if we didn't AoE with if we didn't ult immediately, because I think you guys probably are aware of Nanashi passive. If you're going to attack him once, you're going to lose the ult gauge, and you lose that ult gauge immediately, which is just super annoying. But now Philo being alone, there's not much going to happen anymore, especially because, hey, with the King ult we have an insane shield, so now we're going to just increase the damage and double attack with Diane. But now the actual real deal starts. So once again, guys, I think this is just basically the new Archangel meta. I personally think everyone should be probably running this, because it looks really bad, actually, not gonna lie. It looks pretty shit, but it was actually really scary, not gonna lie. Like, once again, we troubled quite a lot against this. So, first of all, what's going to happen in the first team? And also another thing, as you can see, it almost has 350 KCC. Like, in general, because 3 units are blue units and all units have quite decent amount of CC, it's very easy to hit such a high CC, especially with Liz being one of the highest CC units as well. So in the first turn, usually it stances, it attacks with the Margaret, and it attacks with the King. And the problem about that is basically that, for example, if you do have a melee, especially a melee solo, which often happens, the Purgatory melee, when he gets attacked 3 times, he can have a super easy comeback, more or less easy though. But this way it prevents him from actually getting that immediately, and then if you get some good RNG, the melee is just getting destroyed. So what we did was basically we are going to work onto the Liz ult, we are going to stance to decrease some AoE damage. Also, stancing is really good because in case of a drain, it definitely goes into Diane, so nothing should be happening. As you can see, also King wasn't able to break the shield, so no shield on the enemy. So now basically what we can do is we can get the Goddess Liz ult. We can even so what we're going to do is basically stunning the Margaret. Don't stun anyone else, because else Margaret is just going to cleanse it, so that we can actually pumpkin bomb, because hey, the same problem, what if they get ult? And then you have to decide basically, okay, do we go for the shield with King, or do we get the Mercha? So I think we went for yeah, we went for the King shield. I was actually thinking that we would be going for the Mercha just to get more ult gauge, but I guess it makes sense to not go for any risks, because hey, if you went for the risk, what if a unit dies suddenly? I don't know, a lot of single targets of Liz or anything can happen, but this way there's no way going to be happen anything, especially while we have the Diane taunt as well. So here, as you can see, bam, this doesn't really matter, especially it barely deals any damage, because the damage, or we have a King as well in order to mitigate. The problem is basically, as I said, so I think a lot of people or everyone should be running this Archangel version. The problem means that this King team will be eventually just a one-timer that we will not use in future anymore. But yeah, now what we're going to do is just getting the King ult, which is very good as well. It's just unfortunate that we do not have the Tamil a taunt in order to drain Tamil. Okay, I think we have decided to actually not go for that, so that hey, what if Tamil drains? And the thing is, we do want the units to attack. So basically, if Tamil uses the drain, it's like less damage. So I've changed my mind, I guess, and we make that hopefully everyone kills himself. But unfortunately, it doesn't even go that well, because here, as you can see, King is going to attack with a 2-star. Usually King is dead immediately, right? But King was able to survive, and that's just so fucking toxic. But hey, it is what it is. It is totally fine. Luckily, we do have the Diane. Luckily, we have enough Diane cards in order to basically guarantee to dissolve him. Because imagine we would have not been able to actually dissolve him. Of course, if not, we could have had, for example, ranked up, and then the Golden would have dealt enough damage. And usually, as long as the time it doesn't have the stance, you can do it as well. I think we're going to basically shield. No, we don't shield. I think I wanted to basically try to... What? Okay, now I'm a little bit confused, because the thing is, I think it would have been definitely a good reason to basically not shield, because you do want them to kill themselves. And the moment you shield, you're going to make them not going to do less damage. I guess the shield is... Okay, I remember now. The shield was in order so that Tamil cannot drain, so that Tamil cannot break the shield, so that we hopefully are able to kill something. Because the thing is, as you can see, right now we have nothing. The cool thing is, like in this turn, the shield of king is insanely bad. It's crazy. It's really, really bad. I think we even switched to use a 1-star and then 2-star because we said in VC, hey, the shield is just so bad. You can just break it with a 1-star, and now we're going to ult. It's just very, very unfortunate though. You guys might be thinking, hey, it's GG's already, but nope, unfortunately, it actually is not GG's. So, if Diane would have had these stands, obviously Diane would have 100% killed with the Quell damage, but unfortunately, without the stands, Diane actually didn't do that much damage, which is just so freaking annoying. But we do have the King ult though, which is not that bad. So, we actually do a big PP move here. It's a really, really nice play what we're going to do right now. So first of all, do you guys see the card? And here, as you can see, I'll go with the procs, but do you guys see the cards Margaret has? So the only card she has, or which can be golden, is obviously a cleanse. So basically what we're going to do now is we're actually forcing a debuff. And then, if I'm not wrong, we're going to shield so that basically we don't get drained. Because once again, if we would get drained, that would be just a really troublesome. And also another thing, so in case we get double drained, for example, and it does break, if it does break, then we would be actually fucked. But if it doesn't break, then it's no issue at all, because more or less no issue at all, because we can actually use the Gotha ult in order to drain as well. So yes, you can see in the first, or for the first time, or for the first moment, I was like, oh fuck, but I was actually forgetting that, okay, King ult will actually get increased that way anyway, so it's actually good, or it's actually better that they have a golden than having a 2-star, for example. But yeah, so now basically what we can do is we can increase our damage with the 2-star, we can ult with our king, and just in case if anyone survives, or if anything survives, the Gotha is at least draining so that they won't get ult. But yeah, little spoiler alert. Obviously, the King ult does quite a lot of damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't even kill the Liz, because the Liz is insanely tanky with 1 HP. But now, bam, we have our finishing move. But at least, yes, you can see this went pretty well. But once again, it's really hard to tell, because hey, if you do use this offense, then unfortunately you cannot use King in defense. But yeah, that's it guys, that's basically it for the video. Once again, congratulations to Daz and of course to Denied for winning this war. I'm really happy about that, because he can actually leave the game while he was able to win against 2 strong guilds in the challenger bracket. So yeah, that's it guys, that's basically it for the video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and peace out for